Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read the Teachings of Lord Kapila, the book by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Chapter 8, Bhakti Yoga, the Supreme Yoga System. Continuing. Yesterday we stopped at a point where Shri Krishna himself began to characterize his devotee in this way. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Quote, always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Unquote. Bhagavad Gita 9.14. We do not need to be very learned. Our only requirement is that we receive the blessings of the Lord. The Lord's blessings will enable us to become learned and follow His instructions. We only need to stick to this Krishna consciousness movement on the basis of Bhagavad Gita. When we are a little further advanced, we can read Srimad-Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has opened the way with this Sankirtana movement. The entire world is in darkness without Krishna consciousness. And in this age, people are so dull that they do not even know the difference between mukti, liberation, and bandha, bondage. If a human being does not know this difference, he is no better than an animal. Presently, we are under the sway of the three gunas, the modes of material nature: Sattvaguna, Rajoguna, and Tamaguna. Out of these three gunas, Sattvaguna, the mode of goodness, is the best. A Brahmana, characterized by the mode of goodness, is truthful and self-controlled. He controls his mind and senses, and he is very tolerant and simple. He has full knowledge, and he knows how to apply knowledge in his life. He has full faith in the authority of the Vedas, a quality called astikyam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained the difference between nastikyam and astikyam. According to Vedic understanding, one who does not believe in the Vedas is called Nastik. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Veda namanya baudha hayana hayatanastika. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 6.168. Lord Buddha defied Vedic authority, but his mission was to stop animal killing. In the Vedas, there are recommendations for animal sacrifice, and therefore to prevent the killing of animals, Lord Buddha rejected the Vedas. Such sacrifice is not possible in this age, because there is no Brahmana qualified to carry it out. Those who are intelligent know that such a sacrifice cannot be successful in this age, because no one knows the proper mantras capable of giving an old animal the body of a new animal. When an animal sacrifice is properly conducted, an old animal is sacrificed, and it emerges from the fire in a new body. This is not possible in this age. But what is possible is Sankirtana Yagya, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is the Yagya or sacrifice especially intended for this age. We need only chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By performing this yagya, the results will be Cheto Darpanamarjanam. The mirror of the mind will be cleansed. When the mirror of the mind is cleansed, one is automatically liberated. Consciousness is the main principle, either for conditioned life or for liberated life. We are therefore proposing Krishna consciousness, which means liberation from the repetition of birth and death. Unfortunately, people are so dull in this age that they have no idea how birth and death can be stopped. They think that birth and death cannot be stopped. Even famous scientists admit this. However, in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says that we should always keep in mind the 4 miserable conditions. These are birth, old age, disease, and death. When we are able to put an end to these, we are liberated. This simply requires that we clear our consciousness by thinking of Krishna. The purpose of this Krishna consciousness movement is to keep our minds constantly on Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and He is a person. When He was realized by Arjuna, He was addressed as Purusham. God is Purusha, male, not female. Purusha means the enjoyer, and Prakriti means the enjoyed. Everything is enjoyed by the Supreme Purusha. It is also stated that we are actually Prakriti, not Purusha. The human dress is simply Maya, illusion. We are thinking that we are Purusha, the enjoyer, but actually we are the enjoyed. A man thinking of enjoying himself tries to imitate Purusha, but actually he is Prakriti. As a consequence, he is cast into this material world because the living entity wants to enjoy the material world and is attached to the 3 gunas. He receives different types of bodies. One who is in the mode of goodness receives the body of a learned Brahmana. This is somewhat elevated, for he can gradually understand what is God. In the modes of passion and ignorance, no one can understand God. Also, from the material point of view, if one is situated in the mode of goodness, he can be elevated to higher planetary systems. Nonetheless, even if one goes to Brahmaloka, the highest planet in the material atmosphere, one is not actually perfectly situated. There is really no benefit, because even on Brahmaloka, the 4 miseries of material existence are found: birth, old age, disease, and death. Lord Brahma also dies and takes birth. From Vedic literatures we understand that Lord Brahma took birth from the lotus flower generated from the navel of Vishnu. Thus he had his birth, and when Lord Brahma dies, the entire cosmic manifestation will be finished. Just as Lord Brahma undergoes birth, old age, disease, and death, so also a small ant or insect undergoes the same process. The point is that the living entity has to be free from this bondage, because he is by nature eternal. According to Bhagavad Gita, the living entity never actually takes birth, and he never actually dies. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit. Quote, for the soul, there is never birth nor death. Unquote. Bhagavad Gita 2.20. We're going to stop here for today and continue tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com, and we shall see you. Hare Krishna.